How's it going, everyone? Cole here, back with another Dokkan battle video, and today I'm gonna be continuing the tier list. Well, the end of year tier list. Technically, it's supposed to be end of year tier list, but it's January 21st now. Again, sorry for the lack of uploads and everything, but I did get COVID, so it hasn't been fun. So that's why I haven't been uploading as much, but slowly and surely starting to feel better. So we're gonna try and pump out these videos now that I'm starting to feel better. Today we're gonna be doing the Summonable LR tier list. Specifically yellow coin LRs. That's why I have legendary power pulled up here. Not like doing this tier list was pretty hard compared to obviously I think the last one and only one I did so far was the Dokkan Fest exclusive tier list. And this one was pretty rough. Like when I look at it, when I look at all the units that came out this year, like yellow coin wise, or like yellow coin LRs in general, there are not that many great ones. Like there really isn't, and it sucks because those are like the rarest, hardest to get, like LRs in the game. Like LRs were so hard for so long to get yellow coin LRs. And it's good in a way because you don't want to summon on these banners because they're the worst banners by far. But yeah. So a couple things you should know before we hop in to my list. One, I did not include some like easy LR. So like LR STR Broly's not on here. LR Goku Frieza is on here. Bardock isn't on here. Trunks to Goten isn't on here. So on and so forth. Two, this is like from JP's perspective. Even though I'm a global player, like I'm gonna do it from JP's perspective because like Trunks and Gohan isn't on global yet, or yeah, it's actually basically the only LR that's not on global yet. But yeah, a couple things that I do keep in mind when grading this. Defense obviously is a big thing. Obviously, most of these LRs hit hard, but none of them defend well, especially turn 1, slot 1, in SBR. Stacking is always good, but a lot of cards do it these days. Leader skill for yellow coin LR definitely mattered a lot. But yeah. Alright, let's hop into my number 10. I do have LR Jiren at number 10. Again, this list was really rough. Like when you look at it, you see July of 2020 here on JP. I think like the last tier list, I only had one unit from 2020 on that. I think I have a couple here. But I have LR Jiren here. LR Jiren is still really pretty good. I don't say really good. He's pretty good. He does have a great leader skill. Universe 11, 170 across the board, but then Universe Survival Saga 150 across the board and 3 key. His super attack effects kind of suck, other than the medium chance to stun, but like lowering defense doesn't mean shit. He does get 200% attack and defense, that's why his stats go up massively. Key 1, reach attack, receive up to 5, that's great. Super effective against all types when that's target enemies in attack down or defensive down, and then performs a crit when target enemy stunned. He does have this active skill, 30% attack and defense one turn, and then lowers, debuffs enemy by 30%, its attack and defense, and stuns all the enemies for one turn. So it's crazy active skill, but how often are you going to see this? You have to be hit 5 times. And in these days, Jiren, his defense does not cut it. Especially since if you look at, let's go to Universe 11, right? If we look at Jiren's partners, most of his partners are dead. I mean, Margarita's still pretty good. This unit is still pretty good, but like Topo is borderline. Look at the further below this category, but Topo borderline sucks. When he gets his EZA, he'll be a great partner for Jiren, and the Dispo always sucked. So, not much. Like you mainly want to run Topo with Jiren because, this I forgot what link it was. I'll know when I see it. Not Hero Justice, not Shocking Speed. I think it's Infighter. No. Well, it may not be a link. Okay, yeah. I think it's solid support. Does Jiren have solid support? I don't even know. Let me see. No. I mean, Infighter counts too, but I guess Topo doesn't have Infighter. But Topo, you really want to run Topo with Jiren because he lowers enemies' defense by 70%, and that activates Jiren's passive to get the super effective against all types. But Topo sucks, so how often do you get to get this now? You know, unless you're running someone that's in fighter. Is that it? Yeah. In fighter with Jiren. Let's see USS. I mean, I think Hit has in fighter. Yeah, so you could run him with Hit, but again, Jiren, he lost a lot of his lust because of his partners. But he's still pretty good. Like, if in a pinch you could use him, his stats are crazy. He's on a lot of teams. USS, he's on Powerful Comeback, Space Dragon Warriors, Full Power, Realm of Gods, Battle of Fate. This is the one that just came out with Super Saiyan 2, Goku, and Kid Buu. Defenders of Justice, Vidal's team. So you could still get a lot of use out of Jiren, but he's definitely not as good as he used to be. Definitely aged, and people don't want to believe that. Okay. Number 9, I do have Goku and Piccolo, which is pretty disappointing because, again, this unit just came out on Global 3 months ago, exactly 3 months ago. Wow, that's crazy. And then on JP, a couple months ago, really. But this unit, they just turn 1, slot 1. They're really bad because first of all, their leader skill, I don't know why they're still doing these 130% leaders. But they're saviors to 130 and then int for 100% across the board. This unit, they do raise attack and defense on both their 12 and 18 key, but for some reason they lower attack on their 18 key when you're not going to be getting their 18 key until they start to build up, and this is only a super battle road thing. Obviously, these longer events, you're not going to be able to lower attack. They get 120% attack and defense on super attack, so again, you can't put them in slot 1. They get all their stats after they super attack. They do get a high chance of launching up to 2 additional normal attacks. I believe how this works is the first one's guaranteed and the second one has a 50% chance of launching. And then they do build up key and attack up to 6 key and 59% attack with each attack performed. So again, you need time for this to build up. So they could be launching 3-4 attacks in a turn, but you're not going to max this out again until at minimum turn 3 or turn 5. And then they do launch a guaranteed additional super attack every time this character is attacked 6 or more times in a battle when HP is 59% or less. But I've never really seen that be helpful in any way. And they do have this crazy active skill. They get 6 key and attack demons 59% for 1 turn. But they need to be attacked 6 or more times. And their HP has to be 59% or more. So, again, you're not going to be getting this like turn 5, turn 7, turn 9 even. But this is my real gripe with this unit. Their lack of teams. Only on 4 teams. Full power. And they don't really work great on full power. Movie heroes, saviors, and joint forces. And their links are pretty wonky. Like, you're not going to be running... Who has toughest nails you're going to be running them with? I mean, they do work well with Gohan and Krillin. They do have Infighter, Shocking Speed, First Battle, Legendary Power, and Solid Support with them, but other than that... and they struggle for key a lot. They do struggle for key a lot until you build this up, and even then, they're not the best with key. But once you do build them up, they do look pretty impressive. Their defense could get very high. They won't be taking much damage. So that's why I have them at least number 9. So, yeah, that's why I have them there. They do have this costume mechanic as well once you use their active skill, but it doesn't change anything for them. Like how Gohan and Krillin change, and how I don't even think Vidal changes. But alright, next I have Android. Well, technically he is Android, but Super 17. Again, another unit that could have been so much better. Came out on Global and JP at the same time for Golden Week 2021. He does have a good leader skill, GT bosses and androids, even though he's a shit leader for GT bosses because he has no big bad bosses. But Key 4 and 150 is very good. Greatly lowers defense, pointless, worthless, stupid. There's just so many flaws with this guy. 170% attack and defense start of turn. That's very high. But look at his defense, so high. His attack's high. So he does put up impressive numbers. But then you got this. Attacking defense per android category ally attacking the same turn. So he wants to be one of android category allies. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. Then he gets an additional attack defense per target Goku category ally as well, attacking the same turn. So they have to be androids and target Goku. And then the only units that are on both those teams is Super 17 himself. You have Android 13, who's pretty aged at this point. The LR androids, I mean, they just got their EJ, so they count, but I don't think they link up too well. And then you have these guys. But the only thing with these guys, of course, they didn't put them on GT bosses. These guys aren't on GT bosses. He's not on GT bosses. Like, you have no one on the team. I mean, I guess there's a lot of people that are androids and Tarku Goku, but none of them are on GT bosses. Then he gets damage reduction. He gets 70% damage reduction and additional 17% after 3 turns. After he receives it, this is like where I start to get so annoyed with this guy. Why does he get damage reduction after the turn ends? That makes no sense. And they attack after the turn ends. It makes no sense. Like, I just don't get it. And then he has a 50% chance of a key when he gets hit up to 7. But, like, Jiren, when he gets hit, he just gets the key for free. Why does Super 17 have a 50% chance of getting the key? It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. I think this is what hurts him the most, getting the damage reduction after the turn ends, after he receives an attack. Like, that's so stupid. And it's only 17%. I mean, it's good because, again, his defense is like 300, 400k. His defense gets really high. And he does have pretty good links for the teams he's going to be on. Fear and Faith, Android Assault, Fuse Fighter. Well, Fuse Fighter not really, but Nightmare, GT, Fears, Bad Legend Power. But, again, no big bad bosses. When it leads to GT bosses team, when every other unit on this team has big bad bosses, makes no sense. He did just get Battle of Fate as well. He's on Power Absorption, GT bosses, Inhuman Deeds, Target Goku. But again, this guy could have been so much better. I mean, a reason why he's 8 on this list because he just was really helped out on the Android team with the release of the Dokkan Fest androids over here, who are one of the best units in the game easily. Again, this guy's easy A, this guy's easy A. 19 and 20 is nuts. This cell's nuts. These guys got easy A. So the Android team just got a massive buff. So this is why this guy's high up, because the Android team's actually looking in a pretty good spot right now. But again, he just could have been so much better. Hopefully they buff him in the future, like in terms of his teams, and like we definitely do need a new Dokkan Fest 17. Like, probably these 2 guys that fuse into him, and hopefully then this guy will be reborn. But right now he's not very, like, it's just sad. But alright, number 7, I do have Gohan and Krillin. I do think this unit is very underrated. No one talks about this unit. All I see is people talking about Goku and Vegeta, the Vegeta Goku unit, which, I mean, for good reason. That unit's nuts. But this unit's very good too. I've used them a lot recently as well. They don't have the great leader skill. I mean, I like that they're a rapid growth leader, kind of, but at 130 again, this should not be happening in 2021, 2022. It should not be happening. But they do get attack defense on their 12 key, and then 30% attack defense buff, and then a 50% attack defense buff on their 18 key. They get 130% to start. They have a 30% chance to dodge. They get 1 key per key sphere, so arguably the best key mechanic in the game. They get an additional 50% attack when performing super tech, so they hit very hard. If you get to 24 key, they have a 50% chance of launching additional super. I mean, a guaranteed additional that's a 50% chance of launching a super attack. And then they do have the costume mechanic to change it to the battle armor. They could do that once they perform 4 super attacks. But again, this unit can launch up to 3 super attacks in a turn. I mean, again, you're not going to be getting it until like turn 5, turn 7. It's more of a long event thing. But this unit doesn't need that to be good. They do also have an active skill, which is such an easy thing to get. You just have to reach turn 3, and then they get 24 key for 1 turn, which gives you the guaranteed additional. So very good how that works. Their links are pretty good. Pretty solid, actually. Kamehameha, solid support. Cold Judgment is very good. Infighter, Shocking Speed for Knowledge Power. They do link pretty well with the STR Vegito unit. They have Kamehameha. No. They have Shocking Speed, First Battle Legendary Power. And I do think... Who do they have Kamehameha with? I can't remember. I know once Vegito fuses, he has Kamehameha, but he doesn't have it without it. I know he doesn't have solid support or Cold Judgment. Either way, the unit does link pretty well with that unit. Shocking Speed, First Battle Legendary Power, that's all they basically need. They're not on the most teams, which is a bummer, but they do have rapid growth. They do work well on the Kamehameha team. Do work well on Joint Forces. Dragon Ball Seekers needed the buff. Planet Namek Saga obviously got it. Obviously this unit came out during the download celebration when they're doing the Namek Saga celebration, so they do work well on that team as well. But yeah, I actually really like this unit a lot. They do get minor changes when they go into the battle suit. Now, the super facts stay the same, but they get 150 instead of 130. They get 3 key from a rainbow key sphere now instead of 2 key. They get this goes from 50 to 58%, and then they get an additional 30% dodge chance after performing a super attack. So they have a higher percent chance to dodge. It's like a different proc. It's not like an additional 30% chance. It's not like a 60% chance. It's another 30% chance to dodge. Then they have the additional, instead of a high chance, becomes a 70% chance of becoming a super attack when key is 24. So again, this unit's nuts because they're gonna be getting this. Then they're going to be getting this. And, as far as I can tell, their defense is already at like 120, 130k. So I assume, or like 150k. So this unit is very good defensively. And I have them at 55%. So, again, I really like this unit a lot. It just sucks they're not on more teams. And that they do struggle. They could struggle for key a little bit. Only to get the 24 key, though. 18 key and 12 key, you're not really struggling to get. But the 24 key a little bit. Just because they only have Shocking Speed as a key link. I believe Shocking Speed. Yes, they only have Shocking Speed as a key link. But again, this key per key sphere obtained does really help. Alright. That was number 7, right? 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes. So, number 6, I have LR Turles. Yes, everyone loves LR Turles. Though I've seen the JP tier list, they love themselves LR Turles. And Turles, again, is extremely good. Considering he came out in 2020 on JP and he's on this list. It's nuts. But, first off, his leader skill, again, 130. It was in 2020, so I'm going to exclude him from that. But his super attack effects are very good. 30% chance to stun the 12 key. 50% chance to stun on his 18 key while raising attack by 30%. 130 at the start of turn is very good. He is a support type unit. 3 key and 30%. Obviously very good, especially for Terrifying Conquerors is a very good team. It just needs a new leader at this point. But again, like look at the roster. You have LR Full Power Frieza. You have Turles. Demon King Piccolo is due for a new card. Dokkan Fest. Great Vegeta's getting a Dokkan Fest one of these days. Baby's getting a Dokkan Fest one of these days. He's getting an Easy A one of these days. You have Garlic Jr. on this team. You have... Is Cell not on here? What the fuck? That's so weird. Okay. You have all the Golden Friezas. Again. I guess this team isn't as crazy as I thought. Because you don't have like Boo on here. But, I mean, Cooler is definitely due for LR. This team is still like really good. Either way. Right? So giving 3 key 30% attack defense is extremely good. He gets key 6 and super effective against all types when the target enemy is stunned. Or he gets super effective against all types and then a high chance to launch an additional super attack when Ki is 24. Only thing with Turles, he does struggle a little bit to get to that 24 Ki because he only has prepare for battle as a Ki link. Yeah, you could get it. He looks so much better when he's next to like AGL Turles, but AGL Turles sucks dick right now, so you're not gonna be running him. He does link pretty well with Cooler, but again, Cooler's aging. He does work well with Bojack, and Bojack's still very good, but Bojack's aging pretty slowly. He's aging though. But again, when Turles is at his best, he looks insane. He's shooting out like 7 million attack stats, super effective all types. Then he's launching additional, then another additional. So Turles is crazy. His links are insane. He has brutal beatdown, prepare for battle. Big bad boss is obviously a big one. Thirst for conquest, destroy the universe, 25% attack, 15% defense. Legendary power, fierce battle. Like, look at these links, man. And then he works well on all these teams, movie bosses, terrifying conquerors, final trump card even, space travel wars, planetary destruction. Turles is just very impressive. Again, once AGL Turles gets his easy A, this guy's gonna look nuts. But as of now, I have him at 6. So, number 5, I do have STRUI Goku. Now, as much as I troll, like, look how many 2020 units we have on here. This guy has one of the best aging units ever, probably. But look how many 2020 units. Like, 1. Oh, you're not. 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. So 3 units from 2020. That's crazy. But this guy is still as good as the day he came out. I mean, not really, because in long events now they cancel dodging. But other than that, like Super Battle Road, like Infinite Dragon Ball history, even once he builds it up, he's still pretty good defensively. His leader skill, again, one of my gods. Ki 4, 130. 130 sucks, but still, you can still run him if you need to. His super attack effects actually aren't that great. Disable enemy's guard, but that was his only flaw when he came out. He starts off with a 77% attack and defense. He has a 70% chance to dodge all attacks for 7 chances to start turn, but then lowers to 50% chance to dodge, but still is pretty good. Then he builds up attack, defense, and Ki every time he dodges. He's building up Ki with this godly link set. He has prepare for battle, over and flash, and tournament power, along with godly power, come out as first battle, legendary power. So his link set's insane. He's on a bunch of these teams. Rama got, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 teams. Again, like 70% chance to dodge is no joke. This is why AGL UI Goku is the best unit in the game still. You have that chance. Like, there's just so many times where he's dodging every single attack. I understand, like, I meme a lot too, and there are times where he gets me killed, but most of the time he's going to be bobbing and weaving, and he's going to be winning you Pure Saiyan Extreme Super Battle Road, or Rama God's Extreme Super Battle Road, or Universal Survival Saga Extreme Super Battle Road. Like, you're using this guy, and you're using AGL UI Goku. So that's why he's so high on my list. That's all I have to say for him. Now, number 4, I have LR Geneva. I don't know why or how people could say LR Geneva is bad. Like, I really don't get it. He has a good leader skill. Movie bosses are Crota Body Mine sucks ass, but movie bosses, Ki 4 and 150 across the board is a great leader skill. His super attack effects actually suck a dick. Like, they're awful. But he does get 120% attack and defense. He has guard and as the first or second attacker on the turn. He builds up Ki and attack and defense, which should perform as the second or third attacker on the turn. But you're mostly going to use this in long events, because in short events you want this guard, so you're putting him in slot 1. But that's what makes Geneva so good. You could put him in slot 1 and he's going to dominate. Then he has a 50% chance of nullifying Ki Blast super attacks. Obviously, this is one of the arguably the most busted ability in the game to nullify Ki Blast super attacks to this point. That's why the androids are so nuts. That's why 19 and 20 are so nuts. They just do it. He has a 50% chance, but still, like, giving you that chance. Like, for a long time, he was the only unit that could not take damage from Evolution Blue Vegeta's Final Flash. So, again, LR Geneva is just insane. He has a godly link set, big bad bosses, shocking speed, metamorphosis, brutal beatdown, fear faith, fierce battle, legendary power. And he's not on many teams, but the teams he's on, they need him so bad. Movie bosses, transformation boost, exploding rage, corroded body mine and accelerated battle. Like, you need this unit for corroded body mine against the legendary GT Goku event, I believe. Like, you need this unit. But yeah, again, I don't. He also has his rage mechanic. He does have a 50% chance to crit on each super attack that he does, and then he does get 1 key per keys for obtained, but it's not, again, like, these rage mechanics, they're not the best, and you have to be above 6% HP starting from the 6th turn, so it's mostly a long event thing. But again, El Janemba's nuts. He's guarding with like 200, 300k defense, and yeah, like, and he has a 50% chance to nullify and keep out super attack, so Janemba's nuts. Now, number 3. I have Super Saiyan Future Gohan and Trunks. Again, they have a great leader skill. They have great super attack effects. Raise attack defense by 30% for 1 turn, then by 50% on the 18 key for 1 turn. Start off at 50%, 150 attack defense. They do create AGL key spheres. When HP is 58% more, so it could be pretty annoying. They get defense. Oh my god, what the fuck? They do get defense, 50% defense, and 8% damage reduction and crit chance with 5 or more key spheres. And then they get 58% attack and another 8% chance to crit and damage reduction with 5 or more AGL key spheres. So they're very reliant on key spheres. But then they do get a guaranteed additional reserve of 8 or more key spheres. And then obviously they have an exchange and a revive. Let's just go over the rest of the kit, then I'll say my gripes with this unit. You could exchange into Future Gohan when you have 50% or less HP starting from the 3rd turn. I don't think there should be a turn restriction on this, but it's whatever. I also do think 8 key spheres is too much, because it's not like they're creating rainbow orbs, they're only creating AGL orbs, and again, this isn't that consistent. This is why I don't have the androids at 1. Because they're not reliant on key spheres as much as this unit is, but they still need those key spheres to get to those insane like levels, right? But once you exchange into Future Gohan, he has no defense. He has the Scouter effect. He gets 8 key from the start of turn. He has no defense from a super attack effect, so he has no defense. This is why I'm not, like, I love this unit to death, but this is why I don't have them at 1 or 2. So once Future Gohan comes out, you want to die with Future Gohan. So in order to get this revive, did it not have the revive here? Oh no, right here. So he gets 258% attack, 8 key for 5 turns from the start of turn, and then he still launches additional super attack with 8 or more keys for obtains, even though they're not creating orbs anymore. That's dumb. They should have lowered that. He gets the Scouter effect with HP 58% or less, but once you exchange, your HP is going to be that low anyway. But then he revives with 85% HP. That's massive amount of HP. When the character attacking in the same turn is KO'd. When this character, it has to be Gohan. It cannot be any other unit on that rotation. It has to be Gohan. But then he gets 5 key, and then he gets defense and 58% damage reduction when he revives. But one reason why I hate about this unit so much is that, so for me, the revive mechanic is supposed to be like a last ditch effort in case I die. Just in case I die. In case like I get blown to smithereens by a super attack or something. This unit needs to die. Like, I'm gonna die no matter what with this unit, because he has no defense. You know? Why? Like, that shouldn't be like that. A revive is supposed to be as a last ditch, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a final trump card per se. That revive. This unit, he's gonna die. Like, I mean, it's good, but I shouldn't be needing the revive to be good. I should be good without the revive, no matter what. But this Future Gohan is gonna get smoked because he has no defense. But once he revives and he gets the defense and the damage reduction, that with Cold Judgment, and yeah, I mean he only has Cold Judgment, but that with Cold Judgment, he's one of the best units in the game. But again, I don't like that. I need to revive for him to be insane. But and then this unit again, I hate that. Like I understand the 8 key spheres, it's a lot, but I understand because they're creating their own orbs. But why does he still keep the 8 key spheres once he transforms? Because he doesn't create orbs anymore. Like I don't get it. But again, I still love this unit. They're still very good. Like their defense could get up to 200, 300k. They're getting like 5 million attack stats consistently. This guy's getting like 7, 8 million attack stats because he has 258% attack with this kind of attack stat. And then after he revives this key, like he gets 13 key basically for free. Because again, you're gonna die. You are gonna die. And then he has the scouter effect when HP is 58% or less. But then 50% defense, 50% damage reduction for the rest of the turn. Like this is nuts. This guy's nuts. And then he does have a good link set. Before he exchanges, he has Saint Warrior Race, Saint Lineage, Infighter, Prepare for Dismal Future, Fears about Saint, Legendary Power. And then this guy does have Super Saiyan, Saint Lineage, Cold Judgment, Prepare for Dismal Future, Fears about Legendary Power. Another thing that sucks about this unit too, they're on a lot of teams. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But they're not on Super Saiyan because of Trunks. But I feel like they should be, but I understand why they're not. Because the first unit is Trunks and Gohan. But it does suck. But again, I still do love this unit. Their OST is fire, by the way. And they're still very good. But alright, number 2. I do have Vegeta / Goku. And I assume you should know who my number 1 is. 1, this leader skill sucks. But this unit is, again, this is the reason why. This is what I mean when I say the revive should not, like, I should not be forced to get the revive for the unit to be nuts, right? So this unit, they raise attack defense by 30% on their 12 and 18 key. Yeah, 3 key and 150% attack and defense start a turn. They get 2 key and 150% defense when HP is 30% or more, right? And you should be wondering, you're probably wondering why don't they get that start a turn. Well, you see. They get an additional 50% attack defense when attacking. And then, this is why. If HP is 29% or less at the start of the character's turn, he revives with 70% HP recovered by exchanging with Goku when the character or an ally attacking the same turn is KO'd. So this is what I mean. He revives if HP is 30% or less, basically. Right? But even if this character does not revive, because the revive is not easy to get. It's not easy to get. But even without reviving, this unit is nuts without the revive. Like, I'm telling you, I have this guy 55%. He's hitting 5-6 million attack stats. He has like 250k defense. Like, this guy is crazy. And again, I've gotten the revive off a couple times. Because, again, like, it's used as a last-ditch effort. It's used as a final trump card. I'm not going out of my way to get the revive with him. Because he's crazy without the revive. But, in case I do get caught or I do get smacked up, I have the revive. And then I revive with 70% HP. So, and then this unit's even crazier. Because when Goku comes out, he's raising his defense by attacking defense by 50%, and then still 30%. Then he gets 159% attack defense start a turn, and then additional 59% when performing super attack, and then 30% damage reduction with his extreme class enemy, and 3 key, and then 50%. I mean, this doesn't really matter, but and then Goku has all in the family. He has Saiyan lineage. He has Kamehameha. Like, this unit's nuts, man. And they're on a lot of teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams. Like, I love this unit so much. They're so good. They're so simple, but so good. Again, you don't see Goku a lot, but Vegeta's so nuts without Goku popping out. This is what I mean. This is why this unit, I don't get why they make you having to die with future Gohan. Like, they make you have to die with future Gohan. for him to be like the best unit in the game, right? But all right, let's move on to my number one. Again, you guys should know who it is because you haven't seen them yet. It is God Goku and Hit. I'm not being biased. I'm not biased. I was always saying this unit is the best yellow coin LR in the game, even before I rainbowed them at 400 stones. But first of all, their leader skills nuts. Accelerated Battle is a crazy team. That with Universal Survival Saga, 4 key, 150 across the board. Then they have a 30% attack and defensive buff with a 50% chance to stun, and then they have a 50% attack and defense buff with a 50% chance to stun on their 18 and 12 key. Start with 170% attack and defense. They just get 6 key and an additional 60% attack and guaranteed to hit and disables enemy guard. I mean, a lot of that doesn't. So this doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But so look at this. So in slot 1 or 2, they have an additional 60% attack and defense. They have a 50% chance to dodge. They disable enemies guard. They cannot be dodged. And they get 6 key. But then as the third attack on the turn, they get a multiplicative 70% attack buff, multiplicative, with 7 key, and a guaranteed additional that has a 30% chance of becoming a super attack. You guys think this unit's good? Again, at 55%, this unit's shooting out 5-6 minute attack stats in slot 2 or 3 with God knows how much defense, like 300k defense, with the 50% chance to dodge, 50% chance to stun. And then at slot 3, as the floater, they're shooting out like 7-8 million attack stats with the guaranteed additional. They have an active skill as well. They have performed 3 or more super attacks in battle with HP 76% or less. So not the easiest active skill condition to fulfill, but they do not need to be crazy. But if you do get it, it's a permanent 13% attack buff, attack and defensive buff. And then they have links like Turner Power, Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, Infighter, Shock Speed, Fierce Battle, Legend Power. So they share every single link with Tech Hit, who is insane, by the way. They share every single link with him except for Legendary Power. Only thing with this unit, they're not on a lot of teams. But Accelerated Battle is a crazy team. Legendary Zero Sun is a great team with Super Saiyans. Joint Force is a great team now, and Universal Survival Saga. Like this unit, this is I don't want to say by far because this unit's nuts, but this is so easily the best yellow coin LR. Like, don't fuck with me. It's crazy. But that's it for the list. Again, let me know what you guys think. Again, if we look at Legendary Power, there's no one I'm really looking at that I left off the list and I'm like, maybe I would change it. Because, like, even if you look at 2021, I think I did put all the, except Tapion and Minosha, but they're on such few teams. They struggle with Ki. Their support is only for basically Tapion units. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I'm not a fan of the, like, this unit is very underwhelming. These guys are good, but only on Universal Survival Saga. Yeah, I don't see, I didn't count Easy A's. I didn't count Donkoff as exclusives. This is only yellow coin LRs. Yeah, I mean, I thought about this guy over Jiren, but I could have, but I didn't. But yeah, there's no one. Like, yellow coin LRs, they're so bad. A lot of them are just so bad. Hopefully 2022 will bring better things for yellow coin LRs. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of my list. Again, remember, it's my list, my personal opinion. You have a right to your own opinion. But I do think my list is pretty fair considering everything. Like, when you consider every single thing. But again, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.